Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury live stream. How are you? How are you today, guys? I'm back in the saddle. Just putting the link there. We're gonna start let's see if we can engage with the audience. Start a poll. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Should I retaliate when people steal my content? Let's see what the audience says there. Yes. 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 Fuck no. Snitches, bitches are snitches. I don't know. Fuck no. Yes. Oh, yeah, we just start the poll. Let's get that going. We've got a poll going now. I've pinned the link. I'm also going to invite a few premium leads. We've got Goldberg. He's cool. I love him. I love him to death. Good. He's a nice guy. 712 Chief Tit. He's cool. Send one to. Is Timely come on? I don't know. We'll just send him one anyhow. Rancher, Clivers. We'll give one to Clivers. We love the Clivers. Why do we love the Clivers? I tell you why. Because he's so cool. Clivers is cool. Yeah. Oh, we got somebody. This is Goldberg. My God, the world's not just a dog trainer, world's greatest dog trainer.
Tis me, tis I indeed. How are we today?
My finger's getting better, by the way. The burn, it's getting better.
Yeah, it is. I might not put it so close to the camera. It's upsetting people a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting better. I'm using this cream here. I'll show you what cream I'm using. This here is called Dettol Antiseptic Cream, but you want it to dry out a bit. It's got to dry out.
Yes.
It's all good.
Well, I will say it looks better than HR's fingers, doesn't it?
Ooh.
Remember when he was using a pencil sharpener to trim his nails? Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yes. Mr. Goldberg, it's great to have you here. Great. We want to be upmarket, up, positive, beaming. Positive and beaming today with Watch Talk.
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Who are you? Where is Archie? And what have I accidentally tuned into with this positivity?
Yes. I'm just trying new techniques.
Are you?
I got to tell you, you're very wise.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
You said to me, some of these guys, they got nothing else to do except come on. They do streaming, they bitch and they steal, but they, at the end of the day, they love the Archie. They're upset I didn't give them more love.
You know what? They love you, they hate you, but mostly they love to hate you. And they can't live without you, and that's why they're here.
I live rent-free in their brains.
Oh, yeah. What's it like to have created your own universe? None of them have done that. They just pick at the crumbs. So anyway, you got to be happy. Listen, you know what? I was a nobody in the dog training world until I had my first hater. I was nobody as an author until I had my first haters. I was nobody in the live stream YouTube world until I had my haters. And the more famous your haters are, the more important you've become, the more successful you are. So
I gotta laugh. I love the way, when they're making. I love the way people. I had to laugh that they make fun of you being gay.
Did they? I didn't notice.
That is so 90s. You know what I mean? Hey guys, queer steer. We're here to embrace all.
We're here. We're queer. We're proud of it. Happy Pride Month, everybody. By the way, and let's get Pride Month started off with a large super chat from our gay friend Terry Boston. $50.
lost and $50. Sir Chesterfield, I have a crisis. Someone has stolen my mail-ordered
dear.
Gurkha, aged 18 years old, mixed filler cigar that were delivered, but I'm so pissed. That same scoundrel piece of shit lowlife stole my cigars. What should I do? Oh, man. I don't know if there's much you can do. It's pretty terrible. Look. That's the way society people steal shit. I know exactly what you mean. It's
But are you familiar with a cigar? I mean, is an 18-year-old cigar like moldy, or is it good?
no, they're aged. No, they're not moldy. They're specially aged. So
Don't they have like worms? And when you light the end of the cigar and you start drawing in
there
the
is
worms,
tobacco
run away
beetle.
from the
Tobacco.
fire and they
No,
run
there is
into your.
tobacco. The tobacco beetle destroys cigars. Because what they do is they're like termites. They dig in.
Yeah, and when the worms feel the heat, they start moving in the opposite direction, which is towards your mouth. So, is it possible that somebody did Terry a favor? Although he's probably had worse things in his mouth, to be honest. Let's be frank here in Pride Month.
Yeah, sorry, Terry. Terry, by the way, Terry, we love you. If money is tight, you don't need to super chat. I just want to make it clear, Terry. We always love you. If I don't know, Terry's wealthy, middle class, or poor.
It's hard to figure him out. But let's put it like this, Terry. You don't have to super chat, but we love you a little extra when you do. We love you anyway, but we love you a little more.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're not pressured into it because I'd hate for you to be
Good point.
really pushing the envelope if things are not good in your.
Like we want that beagle to eat. What if that beagle can't eat because Terry just gave away the last bag of dog food? Speaking of being unable to eat, and speaking of burned fingers, HR.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Mark. Just picking up on your query there about Terry.
I love your avatar.
I got to be honest. Terry is not well off.
Okay, how do you know this?
Okay.
JR?
Let's be real here.
For Walmart.
Let me explain. I was on a call with Tommy Zane and Art last night, and they gave me the drum, big boy. He's up to his neck in credit card. He's fucked.
Who did you talk to last?
Me, Tommy. Well, let me finish. Tommy, Zane, and Narc.
Are you standing on top of a building with a helicopter hovering overhead? Why are you so noisy out there, HR? Roll up the windows.
I'm in the Skoda Kodiak, Mark. I'm in the Skoda Kodiak.
No, but roll up the windows. It doesn't sound good.
The windows are rolled up, big boy.
Terry-
I'm on the.
Is Terry landed?
I got something for you. I got something for you. Can I play something for you?
Of course.
Go on, then.
Yes. Could do it. Let's do it.
What have you got for me, Paul?
I got a video. Here we go. This is a car dealer.
Put it up, Arch. Put it up, Arch.
I what in Australia called Jerry
Put it up, Arch.
Sells.
Hey, Archie, put it up, Arch.
That avatar is cracking me up, I gotta say. Archie might not
Hey,
like
can you
it, but I do.
I don't care. I'm positive today. I'm positive today, Mark.
Hey, Archie,
Yeah,
can
good.
you put up the video, Archie?
Yeah, let me have a look.
Can you put it up, Arch?
Listen,
we-
listen.
Yeah, again. So is it the top of the range?
Archie, can you put up the video? Hey, Archie, can you put up the video?
Are you listening?
Archie, can you put up the video?
We're gonna bring you right back, but we want to hear the video.
Yeah.
This has about 650 litres of boot space. It's more practical.
Yeah, so how many Ks now?
It just hit 55.
So I see this one here, 2022. It's an RS, so same as your one, 45,000 K, selling for mid 30, so 36. Let's assume your car is perfect car. As a dealer, we have to pay much lower than 35.
Yes, I understand that.
And also because Skoda is not like a Toyota, it makes it much low seller. We need lots more margin. Would that meet your expectation?
That's completely understandable.
Yeah.
But the question is how much lower?
I would say will be around 10 grand at least. It's gonna take long time to sell, and if you want to move this car, you need to
Good.
sell very cheap. I never heard about this model. You buy this car, that's why you know the market.
I totally understand. Obviously, the resale value it would drop a lot. I've had a couple of places I've pulled up, for example, like dealerships yourself, all pretty much offering that 24, 25.
Yeah, that's correct. Which is 10 grand undercut the retail price. Thank you for your honesty.
No, that's okay. I'd rather be straight up and honest. No, you're a good man with your videos. You're honest. price was better, I'd sell it to you, but 10 grand underneath the price.
I know, it hurts. I know. Try to cover sell yourself. When your expectation drop, we may be able to talk again.
Done too easy.
Thanks, mate. So how did you find me?
Pretty much just watching your videos, like it's TikTok.
Yeah, let me have a look. So Skoda,
HR sent me.
which year again?
2022.
So is it the top of the range?
Pretty much the top of the range. It's pretty much a Volkswagen, so it's like a Golf GDI underneath, front wheel drive, 2-litre turbo, everything just pretty much rebranded into a Skoda.
So then why didn't you just buy a GTI?
This has about 650 litres of boot space. It's more practical.
Yeah, so how many Ks now?
It just hit 55.
So I see.
There you go. They're very hard to sell.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Skoda. Well, come on back, HR. Let's talk about your paid off Skoda that mommy got you.
He doesn't want to talk about it because that's not the narrative. He just wants to give me shit.
He does. But you know what? It's fun when he gives you shit. It gives us a little bit of content. It's he's a good counterfoil. And
I've
let's be
decided
honest.
to give myself a treat every time I come on this. He's back again. Hello.
Why did you boot me? Why did you boot me? Why did you boot me?
Because we wanted to hear the
You
video.
jumped off. Look at this. I didn't
Well,
boot you at all.
I did it. Well, no, I didn't boot
I
you.
wanted you there. I wanted
Why
you
did-
there.
Why did you boot me, you fat fuck?
Oh my
Hey?
God. Okay, can you answer a question for us, Narc? HR, where's Narc? You know, where's the better half of you?
So the difference is,
Yes.
I'll excuse you, Mark.
You're the discount
Walrus.
Narc. The discount.
No.
Narc.
Let me finish.
Discount.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
What the hell's wrong?
Stream saying about how shit everything is. You know, not
No, he's positive.
making
today.
moves.
He's positive.
What are
today.
you doing?
Well, I'm
what
not
are you
doing.
doing,
I'm
Paul?
not. Well,
You're sat there and you're fucking.
okay. Just get rid of him. He's gonna upset you. And you're happy today, and I want to keep you happy.
You sat there and you.
Yeah. Just make it stop. I know you're fucking.
You
with me.
sat there and you.
Now, when you would do this to Narc, Narc would
fuck.
get screaming. If you don't stop doing this, I'm gonna leave. I'll never come back. I'll withhold. I'm gonna withhold. They hate it when you do this because you know why? You're exercising your
If you
power.
don't stop doing this,
You're showing your power. Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote, guys. Type 1 if you want HR off, and type 2 if you want HR on. 1 for off. 2
gotta
for
go.
on.
I gotta go.
Well, wait. The vote isn't in yet. All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
Well, yeah, too late. You know what? They don't like it when you have the power, Archie. They don't like it. But who ever heard of HR? Except for the people that, at work that he fires and counsels. Well, sorry. Yes, you could type 3 if you want me off. But if you want to get rid of me, then you need to come on. So if you want less of me, we need a bit more of you. First blood today. Oh, no, second blood today. Super chat.
Super chat. That watch boy, $2. Like Wallon said, back to the basics. Sub or GMP.
Ooh, this is so hard, but I have an opinion. But you first. You're the pontiff.
They're both brilliant.
Yes.
They're both amazing.
But if you could only have-
meeny, miny, mo.
But if you could only have one.
I reckon the sub is probably it pips. The GMT is a great watch,
Yes.
but you can use that bezel so much more. It's so handy.
It is so handy, and it clicks. That you have a little bit of a fidget spinner on the GMT, right? Or at least on the GMT Master 2. Not so much on the Explorer 2. Mine's fucking
No,
broken.
it's fixed bezel. It's fixed.
Fick, I still have to take mine in. I better get to it. But anyway, the freaking turnable bezel on the Submariner is handier for cooking and stuff like that, and it's tactile and it's sharper. Anyway, it's a tough call, but I also am giving it to the Submariner if I'm getting one.
Yeah.
Either one of them could be a one and done for life. The steel one and done, lifetime, all done.
Lifetime warranty.
No, I'm just saying could be the one watch that you get that you use for the remainder of your life. Terrence, what happened to your cigar, buddy?
I don't know. I mean, here it was. I took the dog out to do her business, and I saw the postman up there delivering to the boxes, and it wasn't even like 10 minutes afterwards. He had delivered, and he had to bring it to the door because it wouldn't fit in one of the parcel lockers. So the thing of it is that I get up there, And I thought, okay, he didn't leave the key for the parcel locker, 'cause that's usually what they do for him. So I had to go all the way to the post office twice because some Chinese lady told me that it was delivered and it wasn't. I couldn't hardly understand the damn thing she said. So, anyways, so the thing was, so she said, and it took her 25 minutes to look for the tracking number for the package. And so, anyways, and it occurred to me, and finally the postmaster called me back. He said, "Me and two other workers stayed after. We searched the entire vehicle. It's not there. I'm sorry." He said, "If you have a neighbor that has a door cam, maybe you can get the footage from them if it's recording
Well,
to
they
see if
don't.
someone might have
Do
taken
they
it."
have proof? Was it supposed to be signed for? There's no
No, it
proof.
was not. No, it
So
was not
so
supposed to be signed for.
hold on. So there's no proof of delivery. So just report it to the sender.
Well, I did. I already contacted him.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know
no proof
what
of delivery.
he'll say. I don't know if he'll
Just tell them
he'll
it hasn't.
refund me or what. But
Just tell them it hasn't been delivered, and you would like them to send another one or send a replacement, whatever. Yeah.
but the problem is though it was delivered. See, by the tracking
How do
number,
you
it
know
was
that?
delivered
How do you know that?
because
Do they have
it confirmed.
Do they have a signature?
No, but he called the driver. It's through the mail. He
Do they have
called
a
the driver
photograph?
when I was standing there.
Do they have a
No, he
photograph of
called
it
the
at your door?
driver.
They don't have
No,
proof of
he
they don't
called.
have
He called
Terry,
the
you're not
driver.
listening. They don't have proof of delivery. They do not. They do not.
Well, I mean, the thing
I'm
is, though,
telling you
he
how to
said he
argue.
could-
I'm telling you how to argue this, man. I'm just telling you how to argue.
But he said though they couldn't put it in a parcel locker because they were all full anyways. Because people never check the mail here. So, anyways, the thing is, okay, so he said he couldn't put it in one because otherwise that's what he would have done is put it in a parcel locker. So, because I was like, well, he didn't leave the key here for one of the parcel lockers, so I had to go all the way to the post office to talk to them about that.
I'm just
You know,
telling you
I mean, the thing of it is, I know somebody took it
that.
because he said it was delivered to the door.
No, you assume somebody took it, and because he said somebody took it to the door doesn't mean they actually did. They have no proof of delivery.
Well, I
So-
mean, you know, but that's the not point. I was going to give a excellent review on it because if it's a good cigar I like, I'll give a good review, and from people I buy from. And so far, these people have actually been very fortunate from me because I haven't bought cigars online in a while.
Now, Terry, is it true
And
that
so-
you can get
and
worms?
It's actually been quite kind.
Terry, I have a question. Can you get worms in a cigar that when you light it, they feel the heat and they start working their way away from the heat, which would put them into your mouth? Is that true?
I've never heard of that, but I guess though it just depends. But I've
And
never heard of that. I've never had a
if-
problem.
If you got cigar worms in your mouth, would that be the worst thing you've ever had in your mouth?
It's tobacco beetle. It's not actually cigar
No.
worms. They're tobacco.
I like my narrative. I like to call them cigar worms, Archie. I think it's better. You have your carpet beetles. I have my
Yeah.
tobacco worms. Anyway, would that
I mean,
be?
you know,
and remember,
but
it's
on a
Pride
positive
Month, Terry. So you have to be honest. That it's Pride Month. You have to be honest. Would that be the worst thing you've ever had in your mouth?
No, but the thing of it is, though, I mean,
Yeah.
most of the people that live around here in this building, they work during the day. So today was my off day, and all of a sudden, why is it someone has got? I tell you what, I don't take anything that's not mine. So why must somebody take from me when I didn't fuck with any of these people?
Yeah, who knows? We don't have proof of delivery. That's all I'm saying. Try again. Talk to the sender. Talk to the sender.
But on a positive note, though, you know, I was in a petrol station this morning picking up beer for my brother. And so, anyways, and the thing of it is, there was this very handsome and attractive. He could have been more than 23.
Wait a minute.
He
Are
had
you saying that this boy
glossy
was this
curly hair.
was this boy
And-
older than your cigar or younger than your cigar?
Older. But I was a
Alright.
guest. He wasn't a day over 23 or 24. Very
not
young,
much
very
older.
cute, very slender. So I
Slender.
walked in there. No, but he had like the older classic old money look, like black trousers and white sneakers and polo shirt. So, anyways, so I walked in. I had to go to the men's room before I picked up the beer. And so, anyway,
Did you tap on the stall door? Do you have a wide stance?
Oh, I wish I could have. He was about 6'2", 6'3".
No,
But anyways,
wait,
he was very attractive.
Terry, I have
Guess
a question.
what he was
now.
wearing?
Wait, before
I
you tell
walked
us,
past
Terry, I have a question. You said he looked like old money, but does old money work in a gas station?
No. But I
Well,
don't know what
maybe.
he was driving. I think he was driving a Toyota Tacoma. But guess what he was wearing? He was wearing a beautiful two-tone date just. I recognized it from his wrist, and I was walking past him because, other than staring at his beautiful ass, I looked at him. I said, "That's a very nice date just."
Yes, and he said, "Get away from me, old man."
Yeah. No, he didn't say anything. So, but I
see.
said, "That's very nice."
Chief Ted,
So.
why are you
But I
being
think he was
mean?
driving. I think he
Come
was
on in,
driving a
Chief Ted.
Tacoma. So.
Get in here, you son of a bitch, you turnip, you twat, you fuckwit. Super
I think
chat,
he was driving a Tacoma.
super
So.
chat.
We got Van Lux, $2.80. Why so much gay talk? We're trying to
Because
be
it's
happy.
Tuesday. It's Cock Talk Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's Cock Talk Tuesday. Guys,
And the
it's
thing
Friday.
of it is, okay. So I got another horror story. So
How dare
anyway,
you.
so my
Here we go.
breakfast this morning, I ordered from the restaurant here, the brunch. It was fucking cold. The coffee was cold. So I called the bastards back and demanded a
Code.
refund because they put silverware in with it. And so, anyways, the
Wait,
coffee was
I'm sorry.
cold. The food was cold. So they put.
Did you DoorDash it? I'm unclear.
No, I picked it up. I picked it up.
See. From where?
And so, anyways, in Dane, a
drive-through?
place called Black Bear Diner, a Black Bear Diner.
Okay.
And so, anyways, usually the food's pretty decent. And then, so, anyways, on top of that, my brother's dog had jumped on me and got mud all over my Xena shirt this morning, my Xena polo. It's a beautiful burgundy wine color.
You're having
So,
a hell
anyways,
of a
hang
day.
on. So, guess where I had, because the Dillard stores was closed because they don't open till 11. So, guess where I had to go pick up a fucking shirt at? A place
Walmart.
called Kohl's.
Why don't you go to
Kohl's.
Walmart?
I had to go to
Walmart.
Kohl's.
Why don't you go to Walmart?
I will not buy. I will not buy clothing at Walmart.
But you get an employee discount.
Well, this was on sale anyways. This is fucking idiots. It's from Izod. Who the fuck buys Izod? So
well, apparently you do.
I did because it was the only black extra large.
Terry, is Izod bad? I didn't know it was bad. What's wrong with it?
I ordered some from them about 8 years ago. I wore them out in the sun and the shirt's faded. They don't. I mean, I'm afraid this one's going to do the same thing because the material is not the greatest. It's not like Xena, where it's made in Romania or somewhere, Italy.
Maybe stay in the shadows. What do you say, Archie? I feel like you better take control of your show back here, man, my friend. Otherwise, it's going to go down. It's going to go down a hole, and I do mean a hole.
Yes, I understand exactly what you're saying there. Look, guys, I got to tell you, we wanted to have some funky watch talk. The GMT was a good question. Sub or GMT? You could do worse than Coles. I got to tell you something. I am seriously looking at doing a wristwatch chain.
Whist.
I've been wearing the Pam.
I cannot get the.
Do you ever believe?
I cannot get the image of that.
Hang on. Do you believe watches can give you luck, Mark? Are you superstitious?
Yeah, a little bit. Like if I wore a watch to a successful thing, I remember what that watch is, and then I want that again. Like if I'm going to the doctor for a serious test, like when I got my brain scanned to see if it had a tumor, I wanted to wear like a good watch. I don't want to receive a terminal diagnosis and a shitter. So yeah, I am funny about that.
Like I kind of think since I've started wearing the Pam. Pam. I don't know whether I'm just trying to think whether maybe something else would give me a different vibe.
I'm drinking a bottle of Italian wine, and I had 4 glasses of wine before I left this morning. So
you had 4 glasses of wine, and then you climbed into the car. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I wasn't driving. Mother did. So.
I see. Mother. You're starting to remind me a little bit of Anthony Perkins in what was that? Psycho. $10.
I don't ever drink and drive. I don't ever drink and drive.
$10.
Frankfurt sausage, $10. The gay talk is great. Good to see the show targeting a higher socioeconomic demographic.
Right. That's a fair point. What are we? We're called dinks. What is it? Double income, no kids.
Income, no kid, but you have kids, Marky. That's not quite true, is
Well,
it?
that is true. That you know what? They were expensive too. I had some
Very.
expensive children because they all went to college, and I didn't want them to graduate with debt, so I cash flowed college for them. And then I got to remember what the hell year
They
it was.
appreciate it.
I think much more now. I think now they know because they have so many
Would they
friends.
carry on the legacy with their children?
I hope they're able. I hope that they're able to do that. I sure do. And
Not everyone is a
and
successful dog trainer like
and
yourself.
then they all got married in the same year, and I funded 3 weddings in 2020 and 2019, 2018. 2018, they all got married in 1 year. So
We got HR coming back. He's coming back for a second bite. You're not allowed to have too many bites of the cherry, HR.
speaking of cherry,
No,
love
I
the
completely
Avatar.
understand, Paul. Just a quick question, Terry. Are you a good kisser?
Yes.
Terry, are you
Well,
a good
HR,
kisser?
HR, why don't you find out? You want to find out?
Why don't you
Well,
find
I
it?
mean, Narc won't even talk to me anymore. So,
Who?
Narc,
So,
Mr.
so are
Narc.
you a good?
He's not here anymore.
Is he dead?
What do you think, Terry? No. He's getting ready for you. So, out of 10, what would you give yourself on the sort of kiss ratings? 10
Seven.
or 5 or 8 or
Seven.
7? What do you think, Terry?
Seven.
And how would
Seven.
you improve to get to a 10?
Well, I
How would you
mean, it's
improve?
not easy. I mean, that's like asking a straight man how many women he's made out with. So,
Oh, well.
I mean,
Let's
I'll give you my
improve
answer.
the show
3.
here. Let's
3.
improve the
Is that
show.
counting your
I've
mother?
got-
Wait, HR, is that counting your mother? Is that counting your mother,
I'm not
HR?
bringing your mum into this, Mark.
Okay,
Come on.
let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I just want to show you things that are going on here in the watch world. Let's have a look at
Yes.
this interesting stuff. Let's go to a blog to watch.
Oh, thank God.
What do you think of these things? Fuck, what are these things? These are
They look like televisions.
under $700. 800.
Good.
What are they?
Good. They're priced correctly, is what they are. Ooh.
What do you think of this thing here? That's kind of a smaller brand, BRM. Never been a big fan of them.
There's a lot going on. Even the strap is busy.
no, the reason why you asked a question of actually a very good question. The reason why I actually like making pledges to Archie's show is because he does share valuable advice and I can afford it. I mean, when I don't mind. I do have money. I can afford it.
Oh,
How about this?
well,
The Sun May. Look at
he
this.
does appreciate it.
Are these cool?
See,
What do you think
these
of
I like. These I think are kind of at least interesting. The first one you showed me, that
Where
was
are
all
they
about
from?
the.
Sun May. Are they Vietnamese? What are they? What national? What is that? What is that?
I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
What's the logo? What's the logo say? At least it's fun looking.
Created using Vietnamese art of Sun May.
Well, it better be cheap. That's all I can say.
Are they using a Seiko movement?
Is
So
it a
38 mil.
Chopard?
Okay.
Chopard?
I like the strap.
They're fun looking.
Look how they do it.
Honestly, if you were going to buy a Chopard, what model would you buy today?
The brand is called Awake.
I would get the Migle Miglia. Super chat, $10. Pilch, $10, Archie.
$10. Here we go. Pilch, $10. Thumbs up for the gay oiled up ancient Greek themed stream where everyone dresses up as a shirtless Greek philosopher. Archie can be Aristotle. Thank you. I like Aristotle.
Damn.
Socrates.
I don't think they lived in the same era, did they?
No.
A shirtless Greek philosopher. I'm not angry at this idea.
You
I
know,
also
I
wonder
gotta
about
be
the
honest
thumbs
with
up.
you.
Thumbs up what?
How much are
I
these
gotta be
watches? What do you
honest.
think? Give me a price, Mark. Give me a guess.
Oh, this is $14.95. Or should be. I'm afraid it's more, but that's the maximum I give it. $1,500. Or CHF.
Okay, that's good. I
Yes,
think you. Okay, let's have a look and see what they.
Am I over or under? Price is Right rules.
Oh,
But I got a
about
question to ask
three-
you though. Why Why does
2650
Italy
euro.
have such beautiful people?
Wait, Terry, you're interrupting your pontiff and you're off topic. Give it a second. Come back in. Let Archie finish. Now, Archie, where were?
2650 euro. What's that, about $3,000 US?
All right, so I was over by half. I was too far. I was too expensive, but at least it's not 10 grand. Okay, Terry, where were you? What you got, Terry?
So why does Italy have the most beautiful people on the planet in the world in the country?
Well, not everybody thinks that they do. That's your assertion.
I do.
That doesn't make.
Well,
Yes,
but have you seen those Italian men?
I've been to
No,
Italy.
I mean they have beautiful eyes, they have beautiful faces, the skin color is beautiful, the hair is beautiful.
Terry,
I mean, you know,
Terry, we're gonna dial back gay talk so that it represents maybe 10% of what we talk about here today, not 100%. Is that cool? Let's just dial
yeah, I
it down.
understand,
Just
but you know
dial
what
it
I'm
down.
talking about.
Sure. Anyway, Terry, what do you think of this watch? What do you think of that dial? Is that made by hand, Terry? Do you think, or is that kind of like machine stamped?
It's pretty, but I mean, the thing of it is, though, I just don't see.
I'd rather fucking
I don't see
Italian.
I don't see a market for these because, see, there's the thing. There's a lot of companies right now. They're trying to do the multicolor thing with different selections and all that. Let me tell you, it's not catching on because I mean, Tag Heuer's trying to do it. Longines is trying to do it with certain models. You know, it's just not catching on. It's just like, you know, Baume & Mercier was trying to do it for a while.
Yes.
Which, you know, I mean, all those brands, Tiffany, you know, Tiffany would like with the teal dial, the color dial, not catching on, and then Rolex actually
What do you
does
mean
it better with
the
their
Tiffany
Tiffany.
dial didn't catch on? Oh my God, it's caught on huge. Everybody's
Tiffany
doing teal.
doesn't sell watches. Go into the stores that don't sell watches.
No. Well, that's because Rolex cut them off as they were an AD for Rolex and cut them off. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
You know
teal.
who owns Tiffany now?
That LV group.
LVMH. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's-
someone gave me one of the sterling silver ballpoints. It was made in Germany about 8 years ago. And the damn thing tarnished all the hell and back. So I sold it for scrap silver because I couldn't keep it. I tried to use that silver cleaner on it. It didn't. It wouldn't take. The man said it was too tarnished. That's the
Scrap
problem with
silver.
silver.
Couldn't be
Yeah.
worth much. Yeah.
It was worth about $180.
Oh, that was a lot of silver then, or you caught silver at a high.
0.925. So
Yes, well, that's sterling silver is what that is, and then probably copper added into the amalgam, and that's what makes
Yeah.
it tarnish is the copper.
the Germans still make silver things. So?
Yeah. Everybody does. The Germans, the Mexicans. There's a town above, way above, in the mountains above Mexico City called Tasco, and I once took like a horse cart all the way up there, and bought silver right from the indigenous people who make them. And they brought me home into their house, dirt floors, a turkey chained to the bed, and then they're pulling out boxes with hundreds of silver rings, and it was so cheap back then. Everything was so cheap.
You
Not
know,
only in
it's just
Mexico,
like
but
with
from the
Mercedes
Indians.
cars. You know, why are German cars no longer hold the same reputation they once did? Like
Because they suck. Because
they say
they're-
all the new Mercedes, like they're not selling, and they're
They're not
all
good.
like
So you
all
know
the
what they say is
back.
the terrible depreciation loss.
Yeah,
Well, there's
and it's like
that,
they're
and
not
there-
even made the way they used to be.
Porsche has terrible. Some of their EV and hybrid vehicles are absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, but see, like Mercedes, even when I sold them, they were still decently made. Now they're just like garbage. Like, I mean, they don't
Well, it's
even.
just they're just not as reliable as they used to be. Now, back in the day, in the 70s, 80s, and into the 90s, my father used to go to Germany on business every year, and then he would buy a Mercedes over there, drive it all over Europe, then bring it back to Germany. They'd stick it on a boat, and he'd collect it in America. And then he would do the same thing the next year, and he would sell that car every year to get rid of it.
Yep,
But he
it's all
went
my
through,
dad drove.
and those Mercedes were very reliable back then. They were built like tanks, but they're flimsy today. They're just
The
not the
W123,
same.
the W123.
Get here from you
Superjet.
soul. $8. Mr. G. Aristotle was a student of Plato, who was a student of Socrates. Aristotle tutored Alexander the Great. Your Greek history lesson for the day.
Now,
Look
do
at
you think
that.
there's any chance that Aristotle diddled Alexander the Great? Because that was the tradition of the mentor and the mentee back in
Of
those
I'm
course.
days.
going to have a piece of chocolate to celebrate today's happy hour.
Let's have a look.
Is that Godiva?
No,
It's
clearly
Lynn.
not. There's no lint on that.
You know, Godiva chocolates are on sale right now at Walmart.
I do like a Godiva. I do indeed. All right, very nice, very nice. It's salt. Oh, you and your salted caramel. I
You
have the
know,
same affinity. Hold on, Terry. Hold on, please. Super chat, Forbin Colossus. Super chat. You're not great. We see you. I see you.
Corbin Colossus $2. Why am I grayed and banned from the main channel? Please fix.
Take a look, Archie, because Forbin, your messages are showing up here like you asked if you were banned. I saw that. I just didn't get to answer you, but see what Archie can figure out here.
you know, I wish at one point if we ever meet, we could all go shopping.
What would we go shopping for, Terrence?
Well, I think we would either go shopping for caviar or wine,
I like
or we
caviar.
could also go shopping for clothing.
Yeah, I'm not much of a clothing shopper, as you can probably tell from my
You're
less
very
than.
good looking, Marky.
Well, you're kind, but I'm a bit slobby in my. I have a strictly Sam's Club Costco wardrobe.
Hey, you're unbanned now from the main show, the Archie Luxury live stream. Give it a shot, Forbin.
There we go. Why would you have banned Forbin in the first place? He's a consistent booster.
Consistent.
Anyway, yes. Oops.
This wine is delicious. It's from it.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Hold on. I was trying to do that. Let's have a
It's
closer look at the
delicious.
label.
It's very inexpensive.
Grande. You do like
It's
you
got
do
a
like all
fancy
things
label.
Italian. You like all things Italian.
I do because like the Italians are so incredible. And
I
it's
got him
called
started.
vino.
Sorry, guys. Vino. Yes, vino would be the word.
It's so good. Well, guess what? Aldi.
Aldi. Okay. Well, you gotta love Aldi. I don't mind a $2 chuck. Personally, I do mind. I do not mind it at all. Archie, do you want to be writing partners, writing buddies? I'm writing again.
You're writing. What are you writing this time?
Well, I wrote a 4th book and half of a 5th book, but I'm having a hell of a time getting my 4th book published. A really, really rotten time of it.
Why's that? What's it
Well,
called?
okay, I can't tell you what it's called because like it's not out yet, right? So it just has a working title that I can't let out.
Yeah, that's
You know.
okay.
But here's the thing: the format of this book. Here is the comments that I've been getting from all my rejections. My agent won't send out something she didn't like. She likes this book, but she didn't anticipate they didn't like the format of the book. They all said the writing is great, but it's like a collection of short stories, and we don't have luck selling those. We won't make money from this book. I'm like, all right. So I'm redoing the book. I'm saving all my stories, but I'm weaving them into like a memoir. So I'm kind of re-engineering my book. But I think we should be writing partners. It has me writing every day, Archie. And you have a half a book that you sent me that you wanted me to finish that I didn't finish for you.
Yeah. So you're thinking about self-publishing then? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I really, 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 really don't want to self-publish it, and here's why. Because I'm writing it with the monks, and the monks are New York Times best-selling authors, and I don't think they should be self-published. So I really need to find us a proper publisher. If it was just me, like my 5th book is going to be just me. It's half written already. I don't mind self-publishing that. I'll happily sell them. I think it'll be fun and people will buy it. If I recommend it, I have a following, I can sell them. I'm sure I could sell a few thousand of them at least. But I don't want the monks to be self-published and not good for their brand. So we'll get it figured out. But it has me creative and writing and it's a project that I started like 4 years ago, and it's like luxury to last. Once you start a project like that, you just can't let go, Archie.
Short stories. Let me just short stories about dogs.
Well, Yeah, obviously, in my line of work, there's dogs are involved. Yes, let's just say yes, dogs feature prominently in my.
Oh, what about
Just
children's
hang on
books about
one
dogs?
minute. Let me finish. I got a thought here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, you remember that song in the 70s, Tubular Bells?
No, no.
Tubular Bells. That was a famous song that made Virgin, Richard Branson. That was the first big hit he had. Was tubular? You know that song? It was an instrumental. No voices.
You got me. But okay, let's say I do. I'll look it up. What about it?
Okay, so Tubular Bells, right?
Yes,
Every music person,
rejected it.
you just recognize this.
Oh, hold on.
You know, just playing it.
Can't play more than 10 seconds of it.
I know. It's not coming. Just hang on. Be patient. Okay, that's it. You know the song now, right?
I didn't hear it. We didn't hear anything.
Oh, fuck!
I'm going to mute Terry because this. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know that song was a theme song in like what horror movie? Like The Exorcist, I think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they said that will never work. It'll never be a hit because it's instrumental. It's got no voices. They've never had an instrumental become a hit.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, you remember that great book there, A Man and His Watch. It's basically short stories about different guys who have a watch.
Yeah.
The name of your book needs to be A Man and His Dog.
Every man. How about every man and his dog? That's a nice Australian saying, right?
No,
Of course.
A man,
You
because
know
it relates to the stories. A Man and
but
His Dog.
You know what though? If you name a book in these days, if you name a book "A Man and His Dog," you know you're going to hear from a lot of angry women.
Okay, can we make it A Person and His Dog?
I don't lack for a title. I have a title, and titles don't get books sold. Okay, the publisher doesn't give a crap about the title. They'll think of a title if they read the book with no title. They don't care about the title. They care about is it well written and can they sell it. And actually, they care first. They care about can they sell it. Second, they care about do they think it's well written. If they think it's badly written, but we could sell this thing, then they'll work on getting it written better. They'll edit it, But what they really care about is making money, obviously. And
The business is terrible now, but isn't it? Like the book.
it's so bad. It's like it's the worst time to be in book publishing because people don't buy them. They stream them.
Yeah.
So it's not a good time. However, I love it. I love it. Super chat.
Loose Souls, $3. If there's 25% ROI, Cars may fund it.
I could sell
Yes, it's Cars and Chrono. He wanted a. It's like the movie business. There can be huge returns, but you can also go broke as well.
It's a risk. Yeah. Books are risky these days for publishers, and before they invest a lot of money in them,
what's his name? Who's that guy? DiCaprio. No.
Leonardo.
You know the producer who put all his money into a movie project. $100 million and it fucking flopped.
Oh, shit! He directed The Godfather.
What's his name?
Scorsese.
Marlon Brando.
No. Brando starred in it. Scorsese did not direct it. Shit, he wrote the screenplay too. Who directed The Godfather? Coppola, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah. So he's put all this money.
Yeah, Coppola just lost like $100 million and had to sell his watches.
Yes, that's
the
correct.
kitten says it's hilarious that Coppola fucked up that bad.
Well, he gave us his daughter.
I don't think you can.
The movie was. I know it's a science fiction.
You can't hear Kitten now because I'm using this headset, but he's screaming at me that he hates Coppola because Coppola put his daughter in The Godfather, and then she did that that terrible death scene, and she really. I can't listen to you and them at the same time, baby. I'm trying here. Anyway, the kitten really does not like Coppola's daughter. She was a bad actress, and she got stuck into that movie anyway.
Yes.
No, she's She's an Oscar-winning director. He also says she's a horrible director, but because she,
Her acting is more Oscar worthy than her directing.
the kitten is ranting at me, but I don't think you can hear it. Hold on.
If we
Hold
want
on.
to, if we want to hear, if we want to hear, Marky, come back. Come back, Marky.
You're on.
Sofia Coppola is a terrible, terrible person. She is a woman who thinks that her privilege does not stink and that she just lives the most perfect life.
Why do you say this?
Because all of her films are essentially how the poor are just so pathetic and sad. And ugh, the poor. Let them eat cake.
Oh, I see. So she's born of wealth.
Off with her head. She knows what she did to the bling ring. Those kids were amazing, and she made them look like pigs.
What do you want for dinner tonight? By the way, do you want cake? Should we have cake?
We could go to nothing but cakes.
All right, we'll get cake. Let them eat cake. All right, hold on.
You know,
I'm plugging back in. The kitten was ranting. This is my life.
I
by the way.
If you want to hear about failed actors,
Yes.
get on the show. You know who we should get on the show?
Who should we get?
Morty, your mate.
That's funny. Speaking of failed actors,
It's because he's very vengeful.
Yes.
He's upset that nobody realized what a superstar he was.
listen, I don't even know why we're talking about him. Does he still even have a YouTube channel? I don't know anything about him. So the only time I ever think about him is when you mention him.
Yes.
I don't,
Because I remember you told me the very good saying, there's nothing worse than a fan who thinks you didn't give them enough.
Well, they want to breastfeed from you, and when you knock them off the nipple and say, okay, that's enough, these people get upset. This is why Narc doesn't come on anymore, because he just realizes that he's not important.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I met Easy Company in Vietnam.
Yes.
I took him out for some beers. I said, hey, do you want to grab something to eat? He goes, oh, no, maybe later. So I took that as a no, polite no. And I said, okay, well, that's it. Then when I texted him, said, oh, it was great to meet you. He goes, oh, I was disappointed we didn't make a night of it. And I'm thinking, I spent enough time with you,
It was enough. What do these people want? What do they want? They think they are our friends. I would like to point out, those of you who think, we're all friends. See this guy over here? I love you, Marky. You're the loyal guy, Marky. Thank you so much, Marky. If I showed up in Brisbane tomorrow and sent him a text and said, hey,
I'd pick you.
Meet me for coffee. This guy right here would have a headache. He'd be busy. He'd be washing his hair, mowing his lawn. Jen Tingler goes to Sydney, and Archie's in Sydney. Won't have a cup of coffee with him. Can't get together with him. I don't think Archie would meet me at the Vietnamese. I don't think you'd buy lunch. So I think you guys just got to understand this is all the narrative. This is all for show. The only loyal creature in this entire Archieverse is that fucking dog. The rest of us are just doing it for whatever our own personal reasons is. For Archie, it's the money. For me, I don't know, it's the ego. For Terry, he likes to talk. For the dog, she's just a nice fucking dog. I don't know. Archie, you do it for the money, right? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, beagles. I like beagles. I always wanted.
No, you don't. No. You're lying now. Why are you lying? You wanted an Irish setter.
My auntie had a beagle.
You wanted an Irish setter.
Snoopy. Snoopy was a beagle, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Well, look.
I can't believe it. Terry took that dog from England to the US. That's quite a journey, isn't it?
It costs $600 to board it.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not cheap.
No.
So as I was saying there, just with the watches, what exciting shit is happening in the watch world? I've got to be let's have a look here. Okay, so you got this Vietnamese. Okay, so that's. I don't think I'd buy it. You know what I mean?
It looks like an LSD or a mushroom trip. It's kind of trippy.
Okay, so we sort of just hang on one tick there.
Hold on a tick. Make sure she doesn't have any ticks. Use flea and tick control this time of the year, guys. We had to put some on our dog. Our dog's name is Friday, and that is because we found a
I
tick on her.
do. I wash her in oatmeal doggy shampoo, and I put it itch free and hypoallergenic, and I put some K2 Advantix flea and tick medicine on her.
Oh, all right.
Oh, do you want to see how they deal with ticks in Australia?
How do they deal with ticks in Australia?
Okay, have a look at this. I'm going to show you a video. Let's bring this video up.
Let's do it.
I do prepare stuff for the show.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's
okay, let's have a look at
shocking.
Have a look at this video
All
here.
right, let's do it. Bring it up.
Look at this, Marky.
I'm looking. Ooh,
There's a kangaroo with ticks on his ears. Look.
Ooh, that's nasty. What do you, and there's a bird going to eat the ticks off his ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, look at this. That kangaroo is going to fuck up that raven. That's a raven, right? Ooh, we got one. Now he's going to have baby ticks, and now he's going to have worms in him. Fuck, that's disgusting. Would you eat a tick if you were starving?
I think they like that sort of stuff, don't they?
I'm just asking you. Would you eat a tick if like you're in the wilderness, it's been days without
I don't know
protein.
if humans can eat ticks. That's dangerous, isn't it? You get septicemia.
I think you could get a lot of things. It's disgusting. It's nasty. I don't think that's a crow. That beak is awful big for a crow. Do you have crows, or was that a raven?
Look at that. He's eating the ticks off the ear there. How bad are ticks? Ticks.
It says crows. Crows remove ticks. All right. I guess that's a crow. Nate, you got me, buddy.
This kangaroo's ears were infested with ticks, making its daily life miserable. Even while trying to drink water, it constantly shook its head, desperate to relieve the relentless itching. The parasites didn't just irritate, it fed on the kangaroo's blood, steadily draining its health. Sadly, the kangaroo was powerless to stop it. That's when a crow appeared. Spotting the ticks, its curiosity was sparked. At first, the kangaroo moved away, scared that the crow might attack. But instead, the crow took its chance, snatched a tick, and eat it up. It was a tasty treat. Gradually, the kangaroo began to trust the bird. It bowed its head, allowing the crow to enjoy its unexpected meal. The snack was so satisfying, the crow even invited another to help. Together, the two crows quickly picked away most of the parasites. Thanks, Dr. Crows. This kangaroo...
That is fucking nasty. And you people, and you eat crow. You don't eat crows. You eat kangaroo in your country. You eat kangaroo. I've been there and saw it on the menu.
We got Mac Lobster, $2.
Super chat.
Mark, when will you be hosting Terry at Pooch Palace?
Well, Terry wants to go shopping for clothing and caviar and lube and shirts and condoms and gimp masks and ball gags and I don't know what else, but
we'll go to Neiman's. Is Neiman's still open in Chicago?
You got me. I don't know. I have exclusively a Costco wardrobe, so I don't worry about shit fading in the sunlight. I just throw it out and buy another $8 T-shirt.
Yes, I must admit but you've got a beautiful car. But you drive a Genesis.
Yes, that's true. The only possessions that I really love, because I'm not I don't know. I have plenty. I have everything. I have everything a man could want. I love my farm. I love my car. I love my watches. But other than that, I'm not a thingsy person.
That's a good point, Mark.
Would Terry make Saint Satan Deville kitten jealous? No, he no. I think the kitten's pretty safe. I think he's secure in his feminine masculinity. Plus Terry and I would.
He wants your life insurance policy.
I think Terry would be a lot more interested in the kitten than in me anyway.
Yes. I've got to tell you, Marky, I think yourself there, Marky.
Myself?
You disappointed me how you didn't have a beautiful watch box for your collection. I thought you'd be the sort of guy who'd have that sort of stuff.
How many times have I told you? The money belongs in the watches, not in the boxes.
Yes.
Have you bought the kitten a watch?
He didn't like watches, Terry.
Oh.
He likes his SpongeBob SquarePants Burger King Happy Meal watch.
Oh.
From 1997.
So not
Don't be
even like
content.
a purple dial Rolex?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I mean, I make him listen to me about watches, and he will do it. And then he makes me listen to him about purses, and I will do it. But we are doing it one as a courtesy, one to the other.
Courtesy,
Although,
one to the other.
it's a courtesy that you do with your spouse. You pretend to be interested in their stuff so that you can, as soon as possible, talk about yours. One thing I delight in is I know a watch is really great if he complains about the loom waking him up at night. Like apparently, if I toss and turn in my sleep and the loom is like, glinting in front of his eyes.
Oh my God, you're joking, aren't you?
No. If like once in a while, like I'll wake up because he's like putting my arm under a blanket, and that tells me the loom is good. So
I was told the Hulk
loom is
has
good.
the best. The Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
I was told the Hulk has the best loom for a diver. The Hulk.
That's far from true, Terry. Far from true. I mean, so the Rolex Submariner, the Hulk has no different loom than any other modern ceramic Rolex, first of all. And they are not bad. They are decent. But as far as they're the best, fuck no. Seikos are better. My Seiko Tuna has more loom than any watch I own, bar none. And then I think second in line after the Tuna. That Seiko Tuna, by the way, I can hit it once with a UV before I go to bed, and 8 hours later I can still tell the time in the dark. And second to that would be my Glashut original CQ panorama date with that has crap tons of BGW9.
What about Pan and Omega? I heard they have good loom too.
Omega has good loom in the modern skeleton hands ones, but the problem is good loom, but you can't read the damn time. And that's because the hour markers are like super loomed, but the hands are skeleton hands, and so they wear out pretty fast. So, you wake up in the middle of the night and all you see are the hour dots, but you can't really read the hands very well.
So what you're saying is the Japanese are beating the Swiss in loom?
Have been for a long time, and now the Chinese have something, I forget what they're calling their new loom, but it's very powerful, and I have it on my Engelmann.
Nuclear loom, I think they're. We got a super chat here from Pilch, $2. Hey Terry, still on the hunt for Bulgar.
That's quite a laugh.
It's an idea. It's really an idea.
Well, what happened to the boyfriend?
He's still alive.
Well, that's good.
I thought you decided he wasn't the one because he was problematic.
I mean, he is, but he is seeing a shrink. But the thing of it is, though, I mean, he's okay. He's not. I mean, I could do worse. I mean, other than the I can't get the image of the beautiful young chap I saw at the petrol station this morning out of my head. But
Terry, did that go?
I realize life has to go on. So,
did that go right in your spank bank?
Oh, I wish. I mean, but look. Here's what I've realized. I'm older. I'm like almost 40. So there's no way I can turn the clock back now and try to find someone's 25 because I'm too fucking old.
Well, I'm not sure that's true, but I'm not sure it matters either. I don't know. There's a lid for every pot. That's all I got to say.
If I was 70 pounds lighter and I was like around that age, maybe a year or two older, maybe.
If you were 70 pounds heavier. Like, no, seriously, because the chubbies and the chubby chasers, this is a weird subculture in the gay world that I don't claim to understand, guys, but I have seen it with my own eyes because I've had 3 super obese, I mean, extremely obese friends. I don't mean just kind of like chubby. I mean, really obese who always had the youngest, prettiest boyfriends. And,
really?
and those boyfriends were very jealous over them. I don't know why that is, but it is a funny thing.
I will say this: he does exercise every day because he's diabetic. So,
I got to tell you, Terry, I think it might be better to find a new one. Pump and dump.
Yeah, well.
I know.
Otherwise,
just let him off easy. Just let it go for a couple months. Yes.
I know, but see, he's going to be here the middle of the month to see me. He's coming by bus. In America, that's the thing. They come by bus. So he'll be here. He's coming
Well,
by
maybe it is in
Greyhound bus
Arkansas.
thing. I think it's what's called Greyhound. Yeah. So it is a Greyhound. He was going to do train. That didn't work out. He was
Have you
going to
met
fly. He
before? Have you
couldn't.
ever
So.
met before? Have you
Yeah,
met
Yeah,
before?
yeah, of course. Yeah. We've met before. Yeah. So,
They've done the deed.
yeah. So, but he's going to be here on the 17th.
Wait, are these gays? What the fuck? Let's keep changing the topic, Terry. They don't want to. No, less gay talk. More hetero hustle. More hetero hustle. Less
Can I
gay
tell you someone
talk.
I will always think is
Do the
beautiful?
hustle.
And that is Justin Timberlake when he was like
Now,
20 years younger. I
let's
will.
have a look here.
He's not stopping.
Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. I just want to have a quick look here and tell you what's happening in the world. So a blog to watch. Let's have a look. What's interesting? I just want to show you what's happening in watches these days.
Are there any other
because-
websites we can look at?
Yes, there are. I'm going to bring them up for you, Mark. I've got it all marked out for
Oh,
you.
do. Look at this. You're prepared, sort of.
Versace. Ugh!
I love the brand. I love the brand. Well, especially when he was alive. He got killed by the Andrew Cunanan. He was killed by a serial killer, Johnny Versace. It was like, what a crazy story that was.
Gianni.
No, Johnny.
There's nothing fucking here. Look, we already looked at this shit the other day.
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Ah, fuck. There's nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Nothing fucking interesting that I would honestly want to own. Is there anything you look at this shit here?
Listen, why don't we start looking at
Here's a
micro
Cartier
brands?
Panther, but I don't even
Let's look
like
at cheap. How do we look up cheap micro brands?
Okay, hang on. Let's go to Houdinki. Okay, let's go to Houdinki. Okay. Speaking of cheap micro, look at this. Oris, the big crown. This is
gonna
actually
be-
good looking watch.
That's going to be overpriced, but I like the look, and it's got a little date indicator there with a blue tip. I don't hate that.
Look,
It's going to be overpriced, but I like the look.
I like this because this is classic Oris at its best. Let's have a look. What else? is going- you've got
8,000. 8,000. I'm saying it's going to be 8,000. Prove me wrong. Mikey.
Hey,
Mike.
Hello, Michael.
Michael.
Jerry. Hi, Art.
Let's have a look at this. Okay, let's have a look at this
Isn't
Oris.
Oris really big in China or Asia? One of those companies.
I never heard of this before. Who told you?
Yeah.
Who told?
Or
how
maybe
did-
maybe
how
it was
did you-
Rado.
Rado
Hey, have a look at-
is Mike. Rado is India. That's what you're thinking of. Rado's big in India.
Okay,
yeah.
so
there was
in the middle of
brand-
baseball season, Oris released a limited edition to support it. So this is the Oris Lau Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. He
Lou
was a
Gehrig.
baseball player who died of a disease called Lou Gehrig's disease. And imagine the irony in catching a disease that has your same
Named
exact
after
name.
yourself.
Yeah, imagine you die of Archie Luxury disease. Can you imagine? That's crazy. But anyway, they named the disease after him. And a very, very famous guy because he gave his farewell at Yankee Stadium when he was, closer to death and eventually unable to talk. How much? It's going to be too much.
made that famous
3,000.
Oh, 2,400 Swiss francs.
Oh, well, then it's cheaper than I thought. Much cheaper. Because what is that, like $3,000 US?
That's not cheap, but is it?
Well, hold on. I think it's less than I would have thought.
Where's the straps, mate?
$3,000's a lot of money, Mark.
I'm not saying it's not, but it's a fine-looking watch. And Oris has a. Remember when Oris came out with the $6,000-$7,000 diver? They've been heading up market.
That was
So
a joke.
yeah, it
That
was.
was a joke, Mark. That was a joke.
Well, it was for real. They really did do that. But so they're heading up market. But this is a moderately priced watch from a known brand.
So it is a sports watch with a NATO, but what though
Can you
is the
tell me-
purpose for the NATO if it's already on leather?
Can you tell me about this Lou Gehrig disease? What is this disease?
Well,
do?
what Lou Gehrig
What else
disease,
is it?
basically you become trapped in your own body, unable to speak. I think it's a neurological disease. Basically, you get stuck in your own body and eventually you drown in your own fluids. But your mind remains intact, I think, but you can't speak, you can't move. It's horrible.
There we go. We're just bringing
Stephen
up the
Hawking
baseball.
had that, Archie. Stephen Hawking had it, the famous physicist.
Okay. Is he alive still, Stephen Hawking, or he's
No,
died?
I think he's.
No,
I
he
think
passed away.
So this Lee Gehrig,
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig,
He was a
lived for
Yankee.
2 years after his ALS diagnosis.
He gave a very famous speech at Yankee Stadium that definitely you could find on YouTube. Just put Lou Gehrig's speech, farewell speech.
He wasn't that old, was he? Look at that. He's only in his 30s. Fuck.
Yeah. And the speech was super famous.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a hitter.
I'm the luckiest man in the world. That was his speech.
Yeah.
There was a big echo because of Yankee Stadium.
Yep. Sad story.
True that.
There we go. So Oris has commemorated by introducing a watch.
Well, I think it's a stupid connection. Like, I don't like special edition named after this guy or that guy. I think that's kind of dumb. But the watch I like. The case back, eh.
Yeah, the watch isn't too bad. Wonder what's the size on that?
Yep. I see what you're saying. I got to tell you, let's see what the pundit said.
Gotta tell you.
I'm willing to bet it's a 38 mil.
Oh,
bigger.
4
I'm
was
saying
his
40.
number. 4 was his number. That's my lucky number, 4.
It's going to be a 40 for the.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because 40 is like my cutoff point.
They're doing
for
39
consideration.
a lot these days, Mikey, and I don't know. 39 is too small for me.
For the right watch, if it wears big, I can say I might fudge to 39, but yeah, 40 and up is 40.
Yeah, same
is my
here.
minimum.
I'm with you.
Would you buy it?
No,
Would I buy it?
I would not. How about you?
No.
I'm talking to Mikey.
Not for that kind of money. There's other watches.
Yeah, me too.
I like the strap. I like the leather strap, the plain, like, unkilled vegetable leather strap on it. That's pretty classy. It's nice tan to it.
Vegetable.
It is beautiful, but is this worth fucking $3,000? I mean, fuck me dead. Second hand, you can get a Tudor Black Bay for this.
That's true. With a bracelet.
And it's Tudor, much better brand than Oris, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think.
Of course.
Tissot and Oris, what's more prestigious? I think Oris is.
Well, Oris is still privately owned. Tissot isn't.
I do like my Engelmann Zinn homage shitters. I do indeed.
This, to be totally honest, you see these at stores like Sam's Club. I've seen them across the country at Sam's Club. Oris watches.
Have you?
And
they only sell at mine. They only sell
heavily
Invicta.
Discounted.
I've only seen Invicta at mine. I wish they would put an Oris there once in a while. Invicta. That's all they get.
I was at a store about 2 years ago in close to Norfolk, Virginia.
Yes.
And they had 5 of them sitting out there. They weren't these are only chronographs, but they all had Solita modified movements in them.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got to be honest with you.
Frank and honest.
Okay, let's have a look what else interesting shit Hodinki's spruiking. AP announces new Royal Oak chronographs in both 42 and 37. Gee, that's okay. That's not bad. There's a Lange. Let's have a look. There's a Citizen, Zenith, Hamilton, Cartier Crash. They did the same thing on these Aria.
Why is Audemars hated so much?
Sorry?
Why is Audemars hated so much these days?
I don't think they're hated. I don't think that's true. Do you think Audemars is hated? Who says that?
Well, I mean, if you look around, like all the Audemars buyers that used to be the loyal buyers, now they're buying Rolex and Patek.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And the other night he said he had owned 2 Audemars in his life, and he traded them both in for a Samana and a Yachtmaster.
Who said
The
that?
Audemars, he said, it really, a man I knew, I was talking to, who lived in Radford, England, and he said that it's a market anymore. He said Audemars is not recession proof. He said, so if the shit's going to hit, Rolex is where you need to have your money.
I don't think I'd have my money in any watches. What do you think, Marky? Talk to me, Marky. Marky?
Hello. Sorry, had a.
Would
had
you
a
have
quick
your money in
business
watches?
text.
If things are going, oh, sorry, Marky.
No. I've been reducing my money in watches. Money in cash.
Even
is
Rolex isn't the safe bet that it used to be, is it? Really?
Well, look, it's a good place. Rolex is a fine place to park money if you're doing it because you love the watch, you want to wear the watch, you want to possess the watch, and you don't want to lose too much money. Rolex is good for that. If you want to make money, there's no watch that does that unless you luck your way into something unusual, super high demand. But
The only like even a
It's just
Submariner
like you
really
talk to most
isn't. Hang on, even a Submariner isn't really a license to print money, is it, Marky?
No, not at all. Now there are some things, a Platona, this or that, but the type of watches that you could just flick for these days.
Even a Platona, that's still a lot of money to have to put out there, isn't
Oh yeah,
it?
no, it's a ton. But I'm just saying, any Rolex that you can sell for a big profit, if you do it, you're gonna like shoot yourself in the foot with the AD. Does that make
Basically,
sense?
there's the Panda. Oh, Terry's there. Panda. You got the Starbucks. Can you make money from the Starbucks?
You won't lose money, but I don't think you're gonna make money. And not only that, but if you buy a Starbucks and sell it the next day, and your AD finds out about it, it's all over Red Rover.
Pepsi's. Well, you can't even get a Pepsi.
Cannot get a Pepsi. Now, Pepsi is. I am so glad I got my Pepsi when I did.
Batman.
No, you won't lose money on it, but you're not making money.
The Hulk.
No. The Hulk. Terry, the Hulk was discontinued like 8 years ago.
Yeah, the Starbucks.
Well, okay, so if we go back, like was 10, 15 years old, would you say Milgas, Yachtmaster 40, or the purple dial one that they had that was I think it was the Oyster Perpetual one, the newer one, or the salmon dial Rolex?
Oh, it's the Simon Crane.
Oh yeah, the purple, the grape.
Yeah.
The grape OP.
I liked him. I really liked him. That's what makes it so hard to accept, Mark.
Yes, I know. He went too far. There's something to be said for talking about legal and proper immigration, but there's a difference between that and going full bore, full bore racist crazy. Anyway.
Like his politics are nuts, aren't they? What do you think, Marky?
Well, a little bit. Or he
it's
certainly
scary.
is.
I think it's scary.
Yeah, me too.
Ultra right wing.
Yeah. But
ultra right wing, you'd say, or not?
It is a bit of a problem.
I still think personally that you're always going to have Tudor and Rolex being desirable, no matter what.
They're desirable, but they're not valuable. You understand? It's all about the money, Terry.
Well, I mean, but see, here's the thing, though. Like, unless you really have the money to pour into 10 Patek Philippe's and keep up with the maintenance every 3 to 5 years, you're talking on the service on the Patek alone is very expensive. That's like maintaining a Rolls Royce engine on its raw surface, So, I mean, it's not a cheap. We've done mechanic. Like the watchmakers that work on Patek at the Patek factory, they're paid well. They're paid more than Rolex technicians.
How do you know this, Terry?
Because if you look up what those watchmakers make for Patek, they're paid well. They're not paid low wages.
Yeah, fair enough there. I got to tell you, Marky.
Tell me.
Marky.
Tell me.
Tell me.
Just
I got a comment in yesterday. Someone said to me, some of these nastiest of nasty trolls.
Here we go.
They can't afford the expensive watches like they used to.
Well,
It's
money is not rolling in like it was, man. We had a pretty good economy in, well, for some people. I know COVID fucked up a lot of people, me, and it just, I was printing money. And a lot of companies are slow right now. Interest rates are high. Inflation has sparked up. Gas prices are high. People are being careful. You know what, though?
Actually, I
Hold on,
paid.
Terry. Hold on, Terry.
Okay.
Hold on. The stock market is freaking high. So really rich people still like spending money. Terry.
Yeah, so I was going to tell you this. Guess what?
Yes.
Walmart stock, okay, it dropped another 8% today. It's tanking quick.
8%?
8%, yeah. And so anyways, but getting back to what you're saying about the watch thing. So get this, for petrol, I had to purchase petrol earlier. I only paid $3.69 a gallon for it.
I paid $4.45 today, but it was $4.55 like 2 days ago. And by the way, that's at Sam's Club.
Are you putting the cheap gas in or real gas?
No, I'm putting the cheap gas in, and that's cheap. Like it's over $5 everywhere else. It's just Sam's Club. They discount it.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, I paid over $6 for regular.
Yeah, California's bad.
Well, that's because it's being run by Democrats.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Gas is expensive. Gas is expensive everywhere. Or gas is double what it was everywhere, regardless of who's running what.
Yeah.
And you know who did that? Terry, do you know who did that?
It was not Trump.
No, really? Okay. It was Trump. Anyway. Am I the only one with a camera on? What's going on here?
He has to make a deal this week. They already said he has to, him and his cabinet. And they have to make a deal this week. They said they have to. They have no choice.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't pay attention to such things. I don't even worry about it anymore, Terry. I just watch the stock market.
But I am going to take my state real estate exam in July. So.
No, we have to talk all about that right after this. Super chat, Archie. Super chat. I don't know where Archie's looking.
Super chat. Pilch, $5. Hello, I'm looking for a watch to get for my boyfriend. He is the feminine one in the relationship. Any suggestions?
Oh.
Bonus for friendly brand.
Gay friendly. I don't know if there are gay friendly or gay unfriendly.
I can answer this. I can answer this.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. Get him a white dial. Make sure the lume's perfect. A white dial Tudor. And 38 mil to 40.
I would say that Tudor has to be a gay-friendly brand. And for the following, here's my reasoning. Hear me out. They had a big champion of gay rights, Lady Gaga, as their spokesperson and ambassador for a couple of years. And she's like a huge gay rights supporter. So I Was Born This Way, one of her famous songs. Anyway, a Tudor.
Is Lady Gaga gay?
No. But
she's bisexual.
The big joke is that she's actually a man, because she got muscles. But anyway, no, she's wonderful. The kitten and I saw her in concert. Actually, she yelled at the kitten and me. Long story. I won't bore you with it, but we almost got ejected from her concert.
Down.
Yeah. Stand up. We were sitting down. She got mad. We weren't standing up. We weren't dancing. We were sitting down, and she didn't like that.
I would do an endorsement for Tudor. Archie could do one for Rolex. I would do one for Tudor, and I would only charge them $500,000 a year to do it.
Is that right? Well, that would be very nice of you. Anyway, a watch for your boyfriend, the phone. So, well, I don't know. You'd probably want to keep it 39 millimeter or under. I don't think you can go wrong, quite frankly, with a Cartier. I don't think you could. Mike, you said Cartier, right?
Yeah, Cartier.
Because I think Cartier has the aesthetic that a lot of the gays like, and a Cartier tank. Not a Santos, but the tank, right, Mike?
Yep. I mean, the little small regular Cartier tank, in my opinion, is the epitome of the perfect women's watch. And so, if you just enlarge it a little bit, for a feminine guy, I think that's perfect.
And they have different sizes.
We got a problem now. Is Cartier waterproof?
Doesn't matter. He didn't ask it for it to be waterproof. That didn't matter. That wasn't one of the criteria. Anyway, Pilch, happy Pride, and let us know what you buy. for your guy. Archie, what are you doing? I want that. Can't thank you. That's better. What were you doing? Now I want to know what you were doing. I feel like you were eating.
I had a
You were doing
receipt
something.
for the car. I wanted to put over there
I
in
see.
that pile there.
All
That's
right.
all.
You look a little guilty
I-
though.
So you sold your car?
Oh, good
Sorry?
God.
You sold your what do you
I
have?
think
An Audi,
the
a
BMW,
Jaguar.
Terry.
What was it you had?
Everybody
I had
knows this
the
already.
BMW's gone.
Yeah, the
Gone.
BMW. Yeah.
Gonski.
Don't get them started, Terry. We know about that already.
How fast does that go?
It's fast enough, but look, the thing is, I needed the money.
You needed the money. You know why Little Boy Blue?
And the other thing
Yeah.
is too, I tell
He
you,
needed the
Mr.
he needed the
Goldberg,
money. What's
it
that?
was also, I had it for a number of years. Those cars, once they get to a certain age, they go, thump.
It's the same as us. The same,
You know what you need, Sir Chesterfield? You
same as us.
need a mid-range Millennium Japanese-made Camry with all the power features and the GPS and heated seats.
Yeah.
Well, he lives in Australia. It's very hot where he lives. He didn't need heated. He needs ventilated
Heated seats are handy. I had that in the BMW. I had heated seats. I loved it, Marky. If you
does
had a
it-
sore back, you put the
Yeah.
heated seats on. It was amazing. You know,
But
the
then,
heated
don't you
seats.
get sweaty and stick to the seats?
No.
Here we need them. Here it's fucking cold. You have to have heated seats. Honestly, more important to me. Okay, Archie, don't get upset with me, but as you know, I do not garage my cars. So for me, why did you
I don't
put
care.
why
I
did
don't
you put the
care.
dirty rag back on your finger?
Okay, I'm just going to go to the toilet, okay? I'll be back.
Can you come back with a proper band-aid? Do you have an actual bandage?
I'll come back.
Why does he have to wear rag? He looks like a Revolutionary War, like what was her name? Who was the fucking nurse?
But
Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale ripping sheets and tying them around Archie's.
But get this: guess who
Yeah.
sells the most cars in the world? It's not who you think, and guess who sells the most?
Probably the Chinese.
Hyundai,
No,
Kia.
no, not even close.
Who?
Toyota sells the most cars in the
That
world.
makes sense. That makes
Honda's
sense.
number 2, and the luxury
So-
division, Lexus, outsold Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and BMW for the last
So
5 years.
listen, there was a guy, he's dead now. His name was Mike Moran. And Mike Moran brought the first Toyota dealership into the United States. He did it in Florida. He got the very first dealership. And then he went back to Toyota. And it was during the gas crisis, but it was in the 70s. And so he thought he could do something with these cars. But remember, Americans were very against Japanese cars back then. They called them rice burners, and they were very uncomplimentary about them. But Mike Moran saw a possible future. So after he opened that first Toyota in Florida, he went back to the Japanese and he said, I want to buy more of them. And they said, we want you to buy more of them. And he goes, good. Then I want an exclusive on all the southern states. And he's the only person they ever did this for because he was the first guy. They gave him Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and I forget what else, but all the deep south states. And that family still owns every Toyota dealer down there now. Now, mind you, they opened some competitors in the region. They couldn't only have one family. But the reason I know all this is because my sister married a guy who was the captain of their yacht. They had multiple, and their wedding was on that yacht. 125-foot yacht. And what they would do is they would just sail customers back and forth from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas, or send people, on. They could cruise the world in that boat, and they took customers and employees out on the boat. So,
Well, you know something. Here's the
very,
thing.
very smart.
I
wealthy
know
people.
that, like, people still to this day, like, they've never really caught on to it. But, like, the basics are boring because they all say the Corolla, the Camry, all those cars are boring, right? Okay. But here's the thing. In America, it makes sense to have a car like that for everyday commuting,
It does. I don't disagree with you.
just like the Honda Civic.
I cannot disagree with you. We have a super chat from Swellin' Sausage, which we will get to. See, in Philadelphia, we pronounce it sausage. But in Chicago, they pronounce it sausage. Sausage. I don't know why. Sausage, sausage. I don't know. Ever since what was it? Doug Muro bought that Range Rover and then put the was it Doug Muro who bought the Range Rover and put the CarMax guarantee on it, and then CarMax had to spend like $50,000 fixing it.
Yeah,
Now
you
they
know
don't
how
do
many
that
cars
anymore.
that guy has?
Yeah.
He has so many fucking cars. He's crazy.
I think
He's
he
a
sold his.
millionaire.
Well, he made a lot of money from the channel. I think he sold the channel, and now he appears there under contract.
But
He
here's the
just he
thing,
was able to
okay?
cash out.
He has so many cars that he buys and sells all the time. He flips them. He
Yeah.
has like nearly 60 Mercedes. It's all like different years and all that. He
Yes.
said, he sells all these cars. But he said, though, he gave a high rating of the Lexus LS. He saw the one about 6 years ago. He gave about on the LS 460 or something.
No, not really.
He
But
gave a high review on it. He said it was actually,
guys, is Lexus still
well,
any good, or did Lexus?
well,
I know
Lexus
Lexus
doesn't
changed
make
their.
the LS anymore. They don't make the LS anymore.
I've only heard good things about Lexus.
Yeah, they don't ever break down.
I've had two of them, and I had no problem with either one of them. You know, the problem with Lexus, from my vantage point, Mikey, is although they're kind of luxurious, they're also kind of boring. They're not really fun to drive.
Yeah, they're kind of like in this in between spot.
Yeah.
Lexus.
Yeah. Lexus.
Lexus. I love Lexus. That's a
Well,
great car.
I like them, but they don't give you a very fun driving experience. They're kind of like floating. Bless you. They're kind of like floating couches.
Do you know
They're reliable. You know that, Mark?
that you could?
That is true. Hold on a
Yeah,
minute,
they
Terry.
are, yeah.
Super chat, Archie. We have a super chat.
Super chat, swell sausage, $2. Hey Arch, can you buy a nice Rover 75 for $3,000? I love that car. I love the Rover. I love it.
Can I tell you
You know,
something? Okay. In Australia, because
What we got there? Is
this
that a
is
girl?
what
Is that a peanut? It looks like medicine.
Hey, worms.
Oh. It looks like
what
a
are
grub.
you eating?
We don't know what that is. The fuck is that? Looks like a pill. Looks like medicine.
Chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah. Could be.
Anyway, so here's the thing.
Chocolate covered suppositories, more like it.
In Australia, being in that wonderful part of the world,
Yes.
Australian market, believe it or not, like in the early to mid-range part of the Millennium Factor,
Yes.
they actually got one of the greatest Toyotas ever. That was the other Toyota Crown, not the one now that's all hybrid. They actually got the better one, and
The Land Rover, the old Land Rover.
Well, yeah, but the Crown, the other Crown.
Oh, those are cool.
Okay,
I think they're
essentially-
kind of cool. Yeah.
Essentially, that was
It's a Lexus. All
basically
about
a Lexus LS.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But
I
they
agree.
got there was, and everyone said no, it's a fancy Camry. That's what the ES is. But here's the thing: that in Australia, which they were lucky enough to get that car, it was actually a very outstanding saloon.
We had the Crown here too, but I think they discontinued it.
No, they still make it. All it
Do
is
they?
now is it's all hybrid now.
Stop.
But it's
Stop.
not like the one they had.
Stop.
Toyota
Stop.
Crown.
He says, choking on a pretzel. Big
They
pics
also have
only.
a
Big
taxi
pics only.
version. You know that? A taxi version of the Crown. There you go.
Archie, that could be a good idea for your next job. Get the taxi version. Can you just like buy a taxi, or would you have to have a taxi license?
You can do Uber.
Yeah, if you do Uber, there's
He
just
had
certain prerequisites like 4
He
doors.
had the
and-
E350. He had the E350. It was a taxi driver's car in what the hell's the name of that country? It's over there in Asia. He goes to Singapore. That's what they drove in Singapore for taxis, was the E350. Remember that car, Archie? The black one?
What's an E350?
Mercedes, the one you had, the saloon. They use those for taxis in Singapore and places, in Hong Kong.
Not that much.
Yeah, remember you
They
had
use
before you-
Toyotas. Have you been there,
Well, yeah.
Terry?
Yeah. No, I've never been to Singapore. I've been to Hong Kong, though. They mostly use Corollas over there. But, yeah. And then
They have a
Australia, they use
Toyota
Camrys.
Crown. They use the Crown Taxi Edition.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Because it's got automatic doors. It opens the doors. The driver can open the doors.
All right, I have a confession to make. I don't know if I'm ever going to do this, but I really, really like, and I don't even know if they still make them or what's up with this. The Mercedes station wagon. What is that? Do they still
The
do it?
E-State. No, they don't.
The one that JR's wife drove.
I don't know.
Here we
about
go.
that.
This is what you're talking
Dallas?
about. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
dogs
this
in the back. Ow! Ow!
No, they make a more modern version than that. What year is that? They make a more
Look at
modern
that.
version. No.
That's the W123.
They make a much more modern version.
Here we
than
go.
that.
How about this? Ow! 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 Ow!
You know what?
How about
the
that,
monk,
Marky?
The monk drives one of these. Like
There
a
you
20.
go. This is what you
the
want.
monk drives like a 2015 one of these.
Oh,
Lord, won't you give me Mercedes Benz?
Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, so the monk drives one because a parishioner went into the old ladies' home and just donated it to the monastery.
The better one was the 211. The 211 was a little bit better. Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh, that's the compressor. Yeah, that's the compressor.
The estate. Maybe that's what it's called. Anyway, I like them.
The
Do they have a new? But I looked it up maybe a year ago, and they were insane. Like the new ones. I think there's new ones, and they're crazy. I think they're like $100,000.
Yeah, their price is ridiculous on what they
Yes.
are these days. They're not even half the
You want to
quality
get one,
they
Mark?
used
A
to be.
station wagon for the dogs in the back. Ow!
No, I just sort of like the dynamic of it for some reason.
Stick with the Genesis.
Oh no, I'm stuck with the Genesis for in the vicinity of 5 to 10 years. We'll see how it goes. If I can keep it 10,
Well,
I
why's
will.
that? Why are you stuck with it so long?
Well, I don't want to say stuck with it. I'm sure I could get rid of it, but I have a factory warranty for the next 5 years, 60,000 miles, and I only drive about 1,000 miles a month. So
Free maintenance.
super chat. Correct.
Super
Also
duper chat.
includes
We got
3.
Neo Lovers $5. Archie, thank you and your panelists. Just 15 minutes here, and I feel so much better about myself.
That's what we're here for, man.
I got to tell you something, Marky.
Yes.
You buy yourself a Mercedes Benz. You have the kitten in the back.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
You
I'd
have
like to
the
have
dogs.
Can I take them in the front and the back?
And I got to tell you something, Marky.
Yes.
You've made it as a dog trainer.
Yeah, that is true. But the thing is, I have 3 years of prepaid maintenance. Like all maintenance is covered, except for consumables for the first 3 years. And then I've got 5 years or 60,000 miles. And in 5 years, I will do just about 60,000, maybe not quite, theoretically. So quite frankly, I have 5 years of bumper to bumper. Why would I? And they depreciate.
How old are you now, Marky?
Oh God, do I have to say? 68. I'm 68. I'm looking
68.
Looking 70.
You know, the
square in
funny thing
face.
is, right? Suckerhorn 70, okay?
Yes. Go ahead, say it. I know what you're thinking. Go ahead, say it.
68. You were 58 10 years ago. Fuck me
correct.
dead. Time flies, doesn't it? Like the
Yeah,
time
and Suckerhorn was like 103 10 years ago. I think that's funny. I don't know why.
it's just incredible, isn't it, Marky?
Time flies when you're having fun. Sometimes I hear about, it happened in 1997, and I'm like, well, that wasn't all that long ago. And then I realized, oh yeah, that was like 30 years ago. Like, oh shit. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I think I have socks 30 years old.
Yes.
Listen, I think my oldest leash is 55, 56 years old. It's definitely older than 50 years. I have a leash that's older
Is
than
that the
half-
one you had when you had the dog with the coke problem?
No, that was only like maybe 15 years ago. No, before. I mean, 50 years ago. It was like from my first dog, 55.
You had the can on his head, remember?
Yeah, but that wasn't that long ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, much, much longer ago than that. Half a century. That collie, Laddie, his name was Laddie. Laddie I had in the, around 2014, I guess.
Oh, okay. So, how do you find it? Let me ask you this. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah, all right.
How do you find it when all these great friends you've had of yours have, died?
Well, I'm trying to
Is
think of
that
how many of my
bad?
friends have died. I mean, certainly I've had friends die, but
I'm talking about the pets, the dogs, the dogs.
oh, well, that's fucking awful. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I mean, I don't think you really get used to it. You just, you just suck it up. But look, if there's one thing worse than having your pet die, if there's one thing worse than that, it's not having a pet. Okay. If there's something worse than having your dog die, it's not having a dog. So, although quite frankly,
Yeah.
the kitten and I disagree a little on this one, but I'm thinking after this German Shepherd, I'm thinking maybe we go dogless a little and see if
Oh shit! How could you be a dogless
well,
dog trainer?
because I have other people's dogs to play with, and then we could just hop on an airplane and travel more easily, right?
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
so I'm thinking we'll,
Because it's not really fair to. What do you think? What's your view on boarding?
well,
Boarding.
I do boarding. I board for people. So my view is, if you board them with me, they have a great time. They have a farm to play on. If you board
Yeah,
them a place that never takes them out or does anything with them, then it's not very nice. It's just warehousing them. So
warehousing them.
my advice is board with me. We have a farm. You
Yeah.
know,
Why do people just say warehouse to just keep them in the cage all the time?
some places do stuff sort of like that, or in a kennel run.
Are they
Anyway,
allowed to?
I don't know. Listen, some places are great. Some places are terrible. Just do your research. That's all I got to say. But yeah, I don't. I look. A dog wants to be with its family. So if you're away constantly, like I had a guy. Okay, this dog lived with me more than he lived with the guy. Okay, and I think eventually
Okay.
this dude got tired of paying me, and so he just literally gave the dog away, and I didn't even know it until I got a call from the shelter that said, by the way, the guy mentioned that you train this dog, and it's in the shelter. Do you know anybody? Do you want him? And I was like, what the fuck? Why is he in the shelter? He was a nice dog. So
What breed was he?
it was a German Shepherd, really nice one. And it was just because the guy traveled so much for work. I think he thought he'd be home more, and then he wasn't. I think he figured his kids would take care of the dog, and they didn't. And so he just gave the dog away. So
How
I
did
went
he
and
end
got.
up in the shelter? I don't understand
It's
that.
because, all right, I'll tell you how. He gave the dog to a buddy of his. The buddy of his kept the dog for like a week. The dog bites somebody, not even bad. It was a little bite. Just because the buddy did something stupid. That's why. Anyway, so then the buddy takes him to the shelter, and then the shelter calls me. And I went and got that dog, and he was a
Oh, you did. You
wreck.
didn't leave him there.
No, I couldn't. His name was Mo, and I knew him better. Mo knew me better than he knew his owner, because he spent most of his childhood with me, which is why the guy got tired of paying me. He was a great client though. It was a lot of money. Anyway, so I kept Mo for about a year, and I thought maybe I'll keep this fucking dog.
Did you
But
tell the guy that you kept Mo?
yeah, I told him I went and
How,
got the
how did you
dog.
do that?
I just let him know. I just
How?
texted him. I just texted him. But anyway, here.
What did you say to him? What did you say? Hey, I got your dog.
Yeah, I let him know your dog is alive. He's not, he didn't get put down for being an idiot. I fixed him up. We got a super chat, Archie. Super chat.
Did he give you any money to like sometimes when
No,
they give you a dog, they give you like
to be
their
honest,
toys. They,
no. To
they
be
bring
honest with
over.
you, look, I had probably collected $10,000 or $15,000 from this owner already. So, the dog had been good to me, and I wanted to try and be good to the dog. Anyway, I rehabilitated this dog because he was kind of messed up from being in the shelter and being passed around. I rehabilitated him, and then I found a home for him. The home was with the guy who runs the 911 emergency call center for this region, and he lived happily with that guy for the next 10 years. And
Did he visit you much?
no, he didn't. But once in a while, he would let me know the dog was okay. And then when the dog got old and died, he let me know that too, and asked me where he could get another one just like him, because he loved that dog so much. Super.
Neo Lover, $10. Archie, how is your family? Can you honestly confess to us here live that you take better care of your family than Mark takes care of his dog? I try my best. I try my best.
Come on, man. You got those kids back and forth to school, to band lessons, to
Yeah.
extracurricular activities. You work from home, so you were there most of the time for them.
You know,
And
the sad thing is I didn't appreciate it at the time, but that routine I miss the routine. It really gave me some structure in my life. Like I had to wake up in the morning to take them to school or band, sometimes early, once every Thursday. And
They
then
work hard for the money.
I picked them up after school, and I'd always try and have some hot snacks. The kids liked hot snacks
What's a hot
because they were
snack?
like a little chicken burger or something like that. Something snack that's hot, some snack after school.
Hot Pocket.
And I now those two younger ones, one is at university studying, and the other one is doing a apprenticeship.
Is he
And
living is the apprenticeship boy living at home?
Yeah. I don't want to go too much into it personally, but
No, I got it. But I'm just saying, at least you see him on the regular. That's the point.
he doesn't say much. But look, the thing is, let me say this to you. I miss the routine I used to have. Like it like people's, it was actually pretty good to pick them up or drop them off because you may not have had long conversations, but you had, hey, how's school? Yeah, you look after yourself. Love you. Always had some good interaction. And it's kind of sad it's over. Can I say that to you? It's very sad it's over.
Well, it's you got an empty nest, empty nesters. The kids have flown the coop. Super chat. Super chat. Gotta read it.
Here we go. Super chat. Neo Lover, $5. If I super chat for a reef and beef, would you order one right now and eat it? No longer. I am not. I've got to watch my weight. And that pizza shop, I don't think is in business anymore.
Well, I'm sure a lot of places offer a reef and beef, but the problem on top of your girlish figure is we've only got about 17 more minutes in the stream, so there's not time for that pizza to show up.
Well, the pizza place doesn't open for another hour. Okay,
that's right. It's morning there in Australia.
Yeah.
Have a nice.
Thank you for your kindness, Neo. Thank you so much. Things haven't been great with the older kids, as you know. One passed away, and I'm still dealing with the other one.
Yeah.
Very difficult, boys. Very difficult, but you know what? It's a good place to escape. Is here. This is the family. We have a family.
Well, we're here for you. Trolls and all.
Tell me this: did you when you told the guy that you've got Mo? Did he give you any toys or tips or anything? What did he say? Hey, he's your problem now, Mark.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, he was a nice guy, and I understood why he did what he did, but I wish he would have called me, instead of letting that dog get passed around the way he did. Because by the time I got him, when I had Mo, he was very well adjusted, very happy, very outgoing. When I picked him up from the shelter, he was a quivering, wreck of jelly, slobbering. They had him on terrible food, so he was barely able to move or run. He was just he needed rehabilitation. So and I was thinking maybe I would have kept him, but I had three other dogs. He was two other dogs. So he was the third dog, and I was almost sorry that I rehabilitated him and I put him on all the joint supplements because he went from the dog who couldn't run to being my biggest, fastest, stronger dog. And he's a German Shepherd. They're sheepdogs, shepherds, right? Shepherd, right? So he used to herd my dogs into the corner of my farm and not let them move. And so, I'm a dog trainer, so I quit letting him do that. But the problem was he was such a good shepherd that he could do it with his eye. He knew he wasn't allowed to run after them anymore and herd them into a corner, right? So he would just shift his weight this way or that way and squint at them, and they would be like, "Okay, we're going to the corner," and then he would pin them there, just from 50 yards away, just with his eye. And I was like, "Okay, I can't punish this dog for exercising all his natural instinct, especially when he's not chasing them anymore. He's just eyeballing them, and they're like, okay." So I had to find him a new home, and I found him a great home where he had a family and kids and very responsible people. Because, like I said, they work for the police. They work for the police 911 emergency center.
Mark,
yo,
it's that's a good story that you helped there. Have you heard of bad stories?
I had a few. Yeah, it
Maybe
doesn't
you could
always
write a
listen.
book about these stories, Mark. You know that? What
You
what
know,
do you
funny
think?
you should funny you should mention.
No, I'm
Maybe
serious. This is interesting shit, don't you think?
this is the one I'm trying to get published.
A whole lot of short stories about different dogs you've met in your life.
The good, the bad, the
I
ugly.
reckon that'd be a best fucking seller.
Thank
If
you.
these fucking morons
I know.
would publish it.
Listen, I console myself with the fact that there are some very good books that have been rejected like 100 times before they ever got published. So it happens, you know, it happens. I'm persistent. I really feel like
I think the publishing market is so bad at the moment, isn't it?
they're very conservative. So the publisher, listen, to print, distribute, publish, promote a book, and pay the author something, it could cost a publishing company $1 million, you know, or more maybe to just get it on the shelf someplace. So they're being very careful what they do, and they're sticking with genres that they feel confident that they can sell. And this is a genre that they do not feel good about. So I'm changing the genre. I'm preserving the material, but I'm changing the genre, and I'm going to try again. Because this
Are the
fucking
monks
book.
involved in this, or it's just you?
Yeah.
Do they want to be involved or not?
Yeah,
Why would it damage their brand if you self-published?
because they're New York Times best-selling authors.
So what?
So they go from being published by the largest publishing companies in the world to being, you know, on Amazon, like Kindle, on your own. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good business.
Can't they use the pseudonym? You know how you have writers that use.
Yeah, no.
In the olden days, musicians would use. Females couldn't
Listen,
publish music, so
I'll
they
be
gave
honest
it
with
a male. You know, pseudonyms. You know.
I don't need help with that part. I'm going to get this published. I'm going to get this in bookstores, and I'm going to get this published. It might not be one of the big 15 or 20 publishing companies. So it might not be Norton or Little Brown or Hachette, who has published us previously. It might not be those, but I'm going to get this through a proper publisher. I'm pretty sure.
How about TFH? You know TFH?
No, is that the ones who did Luxury to Last? Or
No, they do a lot of pet books. TFH. You never heard of that?
No, never did. But we're gonna plumb the depths. I'm getting this book out. I'm gonna get this book out, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this book out because it's fucking good. And you know what?
Would you ever do an Odysseus book?
What is that? Well, I don't know what that is.
Okay, you know with Lange, right? They made beautiful traditional dress watches, right?
Yes.
But that's not what the market wanted. The market wanted steel sport with
that's
a
what
blue
they did.
dial,
Right.
and a Jubilee bracelet, and they wanted this, and they want. So basically, it's a formula. You just say to the publisher, "What do you want? I'll deliver."
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, we did. Actually, we did that. We did do that. Our third book is called The Joy of Playing with Your Dog, and the publisher approached us and said, "Hey,
they did the joy of sex, the joy of
Well-
playing. Hey, great franchise. Sorry.
yeah,
Mark.
exactly.
Sorry,
That's why
Zeke.
it's a little bit why. Well, there's another book called like The Joy of Cooking. There's a lot of joy of this and that, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's how that one came. They did come to us and ask for that. But I think this book is going to be. I'll tell you why I think it's good. Because I wrote it, I don't know, like 4 years ago, and I haven't read it for about 2 years. But I realized, okay, I've got to change the genre of this book. I have to rework it. I got to re-engineer it. I got to massage it, and that means before I do that, I need to read it again. And I got to tell you, I was reading my own work, but I had forgotten it, a lot of it, because it's been years since I read it, and I'm tearing up while I'm reading this stuff. Like it affected me, the emotion of some of these stories. Some of it made me laugh. Some of it made me, misty-eyed.
I would love to. Like, I'm not a dog person, but I'd love to hear about certain dogs you had. Oh, they did this. You remind me of being a vampire. Like you've had certain number of lovers. Oh, that was my first wife. Oh, that was my third wife. Yes, I met her in 1940. We stayed. She was fantastic.
Well, the reason, okay, so you bring up a good point. All the other books I've written, you not only like this one, right? If you're going to buy or read this book, there's multiple things going on. You have to A, have a dog. B, you have to want to be training it right now. And that's why you're gonna buy this book. But the book that I've written now, that I'm working on selling now, it helps if you like dogs, but you don't have to. You don't have to be. You don't have to have a dog. You don't have to be training a
You
dog.
mentioned amongst New York bestseller list.
You just have to like a dog.
Are you also New York bestseller list as well?
I'm not. I haven't sold nearly as many books as they have.
What do they write about? Just dogs?
Dogs. But they're fucking famous for it. They're very famous for it.
I got some good news.
But I gotta tell you, it's pretty fucking cool when you look and there you are in a book, and you go into a bookstore or a library, and there you are. I personally, I find that very fucking cool.
Have you ever stood there and said, "That's me in here"? You ever said that?
Once or twice, the monk and I have gone into a bookstore, found piles of our own books, and then we went to talk to the manager and said, "Would you like us to sign these books?" And they're like, "Do not defile our books, please." And we're like, "No, we're the authors." And they were like, "Oh my God, yes, please." And then, they take us to a back room and have us sign up, all the books.
Is that you're joking?
No, that has definitely happened.
My God.
And then they put stickers on them that it says, signed by the author. People buy them more if they're signed. So we definitely have done it.
Cool, Mark.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mark, it's
I got someone.
What do you think? What do you think the future is of publishing? Is it?
Ooh, it's not good. It's bad. Listen.
Because you also had your own publishing business. You did that.
I did. Look, I think it's going like the music business. It's all about streaming. So people are streaming books now. And so the audio books are representing a larger and larger and larger percentage of books. People aren't physically reading them as much anymore, and they're more like listening to them in the car.
No, can I tell you something? Years ago,
yes,
they used to have a thing called desktop publishing. I don't know if you remember that.
Of course, we did it for our publishing company.
That's where you had you used to have a printer, like the good printers were PostScript. You know what PostScript is?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you could have the fonts, right?
Yes.
And it was just such a cool concept. You could have your own, and I thought it was just.
We used Photoshop and Quark. Quark was the big page composition.
Or PageMaker? You didn't.
PageMaker was kind of simplistic. Remember we did books and magazines, so we had Quark, which was a lot more sophisticated. Super chat, $10.
Neo lover, $10. When are you like this? I just want to hug you and pet you and squeeze you. Thank you.
Want to pinch his look? Hold on. Let's take a closer look. You want to pinch his little cheeks? Exactly.
I gotta tell you.
So, anyways, I got some wonderful news.
Oh, he's got. Wait. Terry's got wonderful news.
Marky,
wait. But Archie, Terry has wonderful news. Archie, go ahead, Terry.
I found me some shoes. They're being bespoke made, and they're being made in Colombia by hand entirely.
Archie, does this qualify as wonderful news?
You've seen it online. Is hear them. You've heard of the company, I'm sure, online. You've seen their ad, Beckett and Simonin.
Archie, have you ever eaten durian, Archie?
No, I don't like that. That's that fruit that smells like rotting flesh.
It smells like gym socks.
Apparently, it's very tasty. People who like it really like it.
I have tasted it, and it's really hard to get it past your nose. All the hotels. Durian. Yeah, Mike. All the hotels in Bangkok have the nice hotels. They have a sign right in the lobby that says no durian. Because they don't want you bringing it into the hotel because people will assume that a sewer backed up. They literally will think a sewer backed up because it smells like sewer water or socks, like gym sock. But if you actually get it past your nose and eat it, it's mild, creamy, and has a slight sort of like vanilla flavor. It doesn't taste rotten at all, but the smell, fuck.
The funny thing is, Marky, is that I drank some juice which had a bit of it in it. Yeah, if you block your nose and just
it's nice.
You can't actually. You can pick up it's cold and it's sweet, but you can't pick up what it smells like. You know what I mean?
Something. So, Mr. Goldberg, someone in the audience just gave me an idea for something when the boyfriend comes to visit. So they said the idea of a anal sex toy. I need to look for a butt plug.
They're very nice. Very nice.
Okay, Terry, just keep that down. I got to tell you something, Marky.
Keep it in or up. Yes.
You had,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so you use Quirk. That
Yes,
was
Van
the
Locks.
better.
Yes, Van Locks. I have indeed.
Quirk was the better desktop publishing.
Yes,
And you were Mac.
Quark.
You were Mac.
Quark.
You were
Yeah,
Mac.
we were Mac based. We worked on Quark and Photoshop primarily, but Quark was the big one.
Yeah, this is 2000.
Oh my gosh, 2000 and I don't know, from the 90s forward. Before that, we had a typesetter and a waxer, and you would like literally cut the columns out and then wax them, which would allow you to glue them down to a board. You had to put them on that board straight, so you had levels and angle irons and shit like that. And then but the Quark allowed you to go straight to film, because if you were using a typesetter, then you'd have to make up the pages. They would shoot a film of the page. From the film, they would make a plate. But with Quark, you could go direct to plate, so it was much better.
Tell me this: publishing, it's fucked. It's super fucked. How fucked?
It's a tough business. They have a lot more misses than they do hits, but when they get a hit, they
tell me like also with the TV channels are also fucked. Mark ran a Gutenberg press. Yeah.
Actually, okay, look, when I was in college, this is funny. When I was in college, I went to college in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and now it's a pretty modernized town, but it's an Amish area, and at the time it was a very slow little city, and when I worked on the newspaper and we took it to the printer, they had linotypes, which was hot press. They pushed the letter A on the keyboard, and hot molten lead would squirt into the mold of an A and fall down, and then it was like Ben Franklin level stuff. It was like literally the only difference between that and Ben Franklin. The only difference between that and Ben Franklin was Franklin's era. They were hand picking the letters.
You said Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Isn't that where Hamilton watches were made at one time?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
That's exactly it. You hit it on the head.
That is
Let
true.
me say something. The funny thing is, like, television is also dying, isn't it? Television, ABC, CB, the television stations.
I don't know.
They had a stranglehold on the market.
When I grew up with 3 channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, that's all we had.
Newspapers are dying.
Now I don't even watch
dead
TV.
or they're dying? Are newspapers dead or dying?
Oh, I think they're if they didn't have an online presence, they'd be completely dead. And that's a 400-year-old industry. 400 years of newspapers.
So, do you think that there is a future for publishing and writing, or is it pretty much?
There's always a future, but it's going through some dramatic changes.
It is, indeed, it is.
In England, there's still a thing for it, but though it's like, eventually it's going to catch up to America, to where they don't really have, the same essence of the story that they used to have. But I'll tell you this, though, reporters in England don't make what they used to make.
No, here too. And they've decimated the newsrooms. There's still a few big newspapers like the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the New York Post, and New York Times and stuff. But there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of newspapers in this country, and all but a handful are gone. And the ones that remain are very skinny compared to what they used to be. The Sunday paper was very thick. We had phone books. There's phone books.
Yes, phone books. You remember phone books?
Have you ever been to Ohio, Mr. Goldberg? Mr.
Ohio?
Snake?
I have.
Have you ever been to Ohio?
No, I've not been there.
You've never been to Ohio?
Well, he lives on the West Coast. It's very far, Terry.
Okay, I'm just asking, have you ever been to Ohio?
Yes, I have.
No.
Okay, what was your impression of that place?
Well, it's a very big state. Depends on the city you're in.
Okay, so it's capital city Columbus.
Columbus you would like, because it's a college town, so there's a lot of interesting young men in that town, I'm sure.
Okay. So would you move there?
No. I'd rather not. It's a livable city. It's actually one of the more livable cities in Ohio. I don't think Cincinnati's bad either, by the way, but
yeah.
I'm not big on Ohio.
I heard Cincinnati in some parts are similar to New York.
New York City?
Yeah.
No, Cincinnati's a very small town. New York's a very big town.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you mean there. Anyway.
I was in Dayton, and I found it quite interesting.
Dayton is not a very interesting town, or not that I recall, but I'll tell you what is interesting, Archie. The time. Look at the time, Archie.
It is, Marky. I got to tell you something.
Tell me.
It's been fun talking to you about Quark, PostScript printers,
Yes, fonts.
and fonts. What was your favorite font? Give me your favorite font.
Oh, I'm a big
Let me
proponent
guess.
of.
I think you're a Helvetica or a Times Roman, man.
Well, you think I'm just standard, straight up boring? Then I was going to say Calibri. I'm a Calibri man.
Okay.
Or Comic Sans. Remember that one?
Yes. Oh,
So what am
Marky.
I going to do about my crisis, gentlemen?
I told you what to
Get
do
the
already.
shoes. Get the shoes, Terry. Get the shoes.
Not
I
the
got to
shoes,
tell you
they're being
something.
made. I'm having a matching
Good,
belt made with to go with it.
Good,
It's
sir.
suede.
Marky, I got to tell you
Yes.
something. The
Tell me.
business has changed completely. What do you feel like as a kid, the Taylor Lock Company offered you something, had security that
I'm glad I didn't work there.
disappeared?
I worked there 2 summers, and that was enough. I hated it.
Oh, you hate it? Why is that?
I hate it. Well, okay. Here's the thing. It was a very old factory, very old building, and it was
Yeah.
very hot in there in the summer, which is when I was working there in the summers.
How many locks did they make a day?
Oh, I don't even know, but hundreds, thousands, and they made a lot of different kinds of things. It was a 4-story building. It was a big, tall building. And okay, but the thing is that factory was owned by my mother's side of the family. My father, when they divorced, he used to work for them, but then when they divorced, my father went into business with various competitors of that company. Right?
Fuck, that would have made the divorce all the more fun.
So it got extremely nasty, and my mother didn't care. I mean, my mom was more like, as long as he pays his child support, that's what she cared about. But her brother, the rest of the family over there, they didn't trust me because I am my father's son. So they thought if I go in there, I'm going to be feeding information to the enemy through my father, which is such a stupid thing because my dad knew that my mom's family business was big. And so my dad never talked to me about his business. Michael, don't ever talk to me about my business. He never talked to me about his business, because he didn't want to pollute me. But they thought, anyway. So when I went to work there, like all my cousins worked there, and they were in the air-conditioned office, right? They had white-collar jobs, air-conditioned office. They put me in the fucking basement with the foundry, okay? The walk-in ovens. So it's 100 degrees outside, but it's like 120 degrees inside. All right. I lost so much weight that summer. My pants would just like literally fall off of me. I remember I used to just eat gallons of ice cream to just try and keep my pants, from like falling off of me because I couldn't keep any weight on. I wish I had that problem now, by the way. If you're a fat fuck, go to work in a factory because you will have no problem. But what my job was to take these hot lock parts out of the foundry, okay, where you needed to wear big gloves, like big thick gloves, because they were
otherwise you get burned.
Yeah, they were gross. They were like molten, and then I had to put them on racks, and those racks had to go into an oven, like a walk-in fucking oven, and they had to be like heated up to like 250 degrees all night. So it was horrible. It was just horrible.
I wonder in Italy if the workers that work at the Italian Ferrari factory, I wonder if they drink a lot of wine on their lunch hour, and that's when they go back to work so happy when they make the cars. Because they're so inspiring. The Italians, they're like, we got to make the car faster.
Well, they do drink during the day in Italy, or at least, everybody I observed, did.
I got to tell you, Marky, that business, did you ever work for your dad?
Yeah. Then okay, so that's interesting. So here's what happened. Dad never told me anything about his business because he always thought I would go into mom's business, but they wouldn't have me. And the only, what, I wanted to work there for the summers because I wanted to know something about that business. My grandfather was dead by that point, but like I remember fondly when I was a little child, my grandfather, putting me in a box and pushing me down the conveyor belt and playing with me in that factory. So I had fond memories of that place, and I just wanted to know more about my heritage. But my mom had to like make her brother hire me. She said, "Yeah, no, you're hiring him because your kid works there, so mine is too." And it was just ugly.
They owned it equally. They owned it equally.
Yeah. So basically, it was all nasty stuff, and they were terribly mean to me at that factory. But here was the funny thing: because my own family, who owned the place, was extremely mean to me, the factory workers fucking loved me. First of all, the old ones all remembered my father. Yeah. They all, and my dad loved, my dad is the kind of guy who knew everybody's name and everybody's kid's name. So those people fucking loved. As soon as they realized that I hated management and management fucking hated me, which is why they put me in the worst places. Those people fucking loved me. Here's a funny one. This is funny. I fucking remember my first day on the job. A guy comes right up to me and he goes, "Mark fucking Goldberg. I can't believe it." And I'm looking at him and I have no idea who this is. Mark fucking Goldberg, his factory floor, the foreman, shop foreman comes up to Mark fucking, I can't believe it. And I'm like, "Hi." And he goes like, "You don't remember me?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I'm John Infante." And I'm like, "Oh, I know your name, John. Forgive me, I know your name." He goes, "Sure, because you know my dad, Mr. Infante." He goes, "He retired, I do the shop floor." He said, "I remember you on the conveyor belt with your pop-up. He used to push you around. You were like 7 years old." He goes, "How old are you now?" And I said, "Well, Mr. Infante, I'm 18 years old." And he looks at me, he goes, 18. 8 fucking teen. He's starting to get angry now. And I don't know why. Because, I'm not used to being around rough factory floor guys, right? He goes, 8 fucking teen. 8 fucking teen. All the hairy gash you want. And he just walks away shaking his head. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know what he just said to me. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck. What is hairy gash? And I'm wandering away and I'm thinking to myself, what is hairy gash? And then I realized. I fucking realized what hairy gash was. And even at 18, I was a very confused boy. But I just remember going, "Oh no, I don't want any hairy gash." 8 fucking teen. Super chat.
Spinnaker, $5. Thanks, guys. Good show. Good stories, Mark. I gotta tell you, Mark, I think there is a place for short stories on dogs.
Well, there isn't. I mean, there is on Amazon, but not on the bookshelf. All right, hold on. Hang on.
The other option is you could ghostwrite it. You don't have to use Goldberg, Gold Turd.
Give me a second, Archie.
$50.
I've been there before.
Polygenic, $50. Shout out to Cincinnati, my hometown. Cincinnati. I remember Cincinnati. I used to watch that Family Ties WPK in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
WPK.
WRUK. Something like I forget.
In Cincinnati.
WKRP.
WKRP. Thank you, Mike. That is correct. Cincinnati.
Remembers. Look at that.
Cincinnati has a bunch of rivers in it, so it's got a bunch of bridges, and then it's got hills. So there's some pretty buildings and apartments up on the hill overlooking the rivers. Across the river is Kentucky. I don't know. I haven't been to Cincinnati in many years, but I did like it. Van Lux blames me. Apparently that super chat made Van Lux's dog shit in the house. You're welcome.
Guys, we got to wrap this up. Let's thank the
Are you taking the day off tomorrow, Archie?
No,
I'm back here. Terry Boston, That Watch Boy, Van Lux, Frankfurt Sausage, Pilch, Loose Soul, Forbin Colossus, and we've unblocked you. Loose Soul, Mac Lobster, Pilch, Wellen Sausage, Neo Lover, Spinnaker, Palagenic. Guys, that's the show.
What am I going to do
tomorrow.
arthritis
ransom.
happened to the stogies, though.
Polls, do you love the AC3 live stream? 52% said yes. There you go,
I have
guys.
a
You can't
hookup?
get better than. And look after the cigars. See you later. Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.